Mm. Good morning, YouTubers and Facebookers. It's the shit that pisses you off, lady. Waking people up. All right, so follow up to the T-Town Mayor call. I had an appointment on Thursday at 11 a.m. to speak with her, and boy, was it interesting conversation. She could not quote me her city ordinance for paraphernalia. Could not quote me the definition within her city ordinance. Um, she just kept asking me, well, you know, um, what, is there anything else? Is there anything else? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I was a tourist in your town. And from point A to point B, I went through the whole spiel. Y'all know about it. Most of you was there. And I told her about Officer Theory, whatever the hell, the 51% probable cause idiot. And yeah, and the conversation ended with me saying, well, ma'am, it's become painfully obvious to me that you're as ignorant as your law enforcement people. And she hung up on me. So I called her secretary and I said, hey, she just hung up on me because I said she was as ignorant as your law enforcement, but let her know that I do plan on suing the city. So, if any Tacoma people that are watching this, I need you to dig for me, if you would please, then private message me. I want a copy of the city ordinance on paraphernalia before I proceed further. I may need to use it as evidence. So, and I've got plenty of video. So I'm going to see if my daughter or somebody else or my geek can burn me a disc of all the video from that day. I would greatly appreciate it because it's extremely clashing with her behavior at the patient protection hearing. T-Town Mayor, you're a hypocrite, okay? You're an absolute hypocrite. You were up there blubbering and whining about, oh, I had a friend, blah, 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 blah. Okay, and you probably did. And I'm not trying to make that light. But you up there whining about having a friend and then turning around and allowing that kind of prejudice, and that's all it is, because it was clean glass. Clean glass is not paraphernalia, according to RCWs of the state of Washington, which I've read greatly. I took a little over 2 years, not a whole bunch over 2 years, and I did nothing but read, study. This sponge up here just sucked up a lot of knowledge. And that's why I called you ignorant, Miss T-Town Mayor, because you are, okay? Plain and simple. Ignorance goes hand in hand with prejudice. How do I know? Because I was treated with extreme prejudice from Jackson's Sports Bar and Grill on 40th and Tieton in Yucatan, Washington. Don't spend your money there. Anyhow, so that's how it went with the T-Town Mayor. Michele Bachman. It's their new version of Sarah Palin. Okay, so this female didn't work. Clinton didn't work. Okay, let's try this chick right here. Right out of the gate, she starts bragging about wanting to ban pornography and gay marriage. Really? In a country that boasts about freedom and liberty and the pursuit of happiness, really. Michele Bachman, I'm here to tell you, you, my friend, are a piece of corn. Flick! Out the pile of shit you go because you're stupid, okay? That's oppressive and disgusting. Okay, pornography, some of it is bad. Some of it's bad. However, I choose not to look at that shit, okay? I choose not to look at it. That's what freedom is. Banning shit is Nazism. And if you're a Nazi, Michele, don't waste a dime on your campaign because nobody's going to vote for a Nazi. Nanny states are not popular anymore if you haven't noticed that. All right? What a waste of human flesh and air. Please, Michele, just sit down before you hurt yourself or something. Because you obviously don't have a clue about what true freedom is. And Romney, don't even get me started on that cluster. I'm all about Ron Paul and Gary Johnson. Gary Johnson promotes tolerance because he knows that being prejudiced doesn't work. It doesn't work. He was accused of being racist. This is propaganda, folks, because he cut people that weren't U.S. citizens off of welfare. Well, sorry, it's a hard decision that had to be made. But their public school system didn't suffer. And the state, when he left, had a $122 million surplus. Wow, really? And that makes him racist just because he wants to help folks that actually, were born and raised in this country? And just because he had to make that hardline decision to not, to get the puppy off the tit. Sometimes those decisions have to be made, and people have to band together and do things, and it's just, the nanny state's not popular anymore, and there's a lot of people that don't want to let go of it, but you know what? It's got to go. It's got to go. The war, 3 illegal wars have to go too. And right now we've got a country, our leaders are like, one wants the other party to give up the 3 illegal wars. And that party wants the other party to give up these rich Republican tax breaks. Yes, by all means, please do. GE, if they would have paid taxes, hello. They're trying to make the middle class disappear. They're trying to shove them down to where I was at, and now I'm getting shoved down below that. Trying to anyway, but I'm trying to fight my way back. It's disgusting what's going on. And Obama, thanks. I want to thank you from the bottom of my fucking heart for causing my husband stress. Thanks, motherfucker. He's got a bad heart. You saying that, threatening the most vulnerable and weak in this country, showed your true fucking colors. Showed your true fucking colors. And then you did a 180? Fuck you, too late. You already said it. You already said it. Oh, and these reports of the state of Washington taking away children that are overweight, yeah, try it. Try it, motherfuckers. Why don't you try butting out of motherfucking people's business? You can't spank kids. You can't do this. You can't discipline. And you motherfuckers don't know the difference between discipline and real abuse. You need to butt the fuck out. You're the problem. Big government is the problem. You have no business sticking your nose in a lot of places that you fucking stick it in. Back the fuck up. Big government nanny state is done. Nobody likes it anymore. Let's see here. Yes, Ron Paul is not going to run for his seat. He's going balls to the wall, people. And basically, I'm thinking the man is like, well, if these people don't want my help this time, he's selling his house. He's probably he's probably got property up in bumfuck Egypt somewhere, because he knows shit's gonna fall apart because of how they do that, how they're doing what they're doing. And these people that have been exposed are trying to push for laws to be changed so they can prosecute Assange and go for the death penalty. Really? Seriously? And Private Manning, I believe that. Private Manning, yes. I just can't remember his first name. Yeah. If he got paid for it, can't say as a blame him, because he's a soldier. His pay is shit. Everybody knows it. But those guys are sticking their necks out. And look at how much our Congress people make them. It needs to go back 2 years serving. Keep your day job. You don't get paid. You get paid, but it's different. You get a certain amount of pay, not a big whorish amount. And it goes directly into the new Social Security system. It's something, it's gonna have to be tweaked and adjusted. People will be grandfathered in, but these new up-and-coming people, it's going to be a different system, and it needs to be a different system. It needs to be a system that can self-support itself. But rules need to be changed because our wonderful government barred against it and defaulted on it. So, you know, and a lot of people don't know that either. A lot of people don't know we're broke, completely broke. But people are waking up slowly but surely. You know, I'm hoping that something major happens, that it jolts people awake. But I don't know, with all this American Idol and all this crap on TV to distract people with. Speaking of that, Casey Anthony. I know this is probably going to piss a lot of people off, but I don't care. Okay, people, oh, she got away with murder. She got away with murder. No, because she didn't commit murder per se. The prosecutor, if you want to be pissed at somebody, be pissed at the prosecutor. He charged her with the wrong charges. Capital murder is pretty specific. You have to plot it, plan it, blah, blah, blah. The only thing she was guilty of, I mean, look at her parents. No wonder she's a train wreck. Hello, look at these people. All you gotta do is just look at them, okay? I'm not feeling sorry for her, but she is a product of them. She was guilty of neglect, severe neglect, to the point it led to that child's death. That's voluntary manslaughter. That is not capital murder. She did not set out to blah, 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 but she did cover it up. You can charge her with that too. And then tweak the law to where stuff like that, you cannot serve, consecutive, parallel. You have to serve that time, and then when you're done with that time, add it on to extend it out to make the punishment more fitting. I think voluntary manslaughter, I think, is 35 years in Washington State. That's quite a long time. She would have come out, if she did that in Washington, she'd come out when she was gray. So don't be mad at her. I mean, be disgusted with, the system, but be mad at the prosecutor. He didn't charge her with the right punishment. She is a neglectful mother. Oh, yes, she is. But look at her parents. Holy cow. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, now I have to have a license to drive a boat. Really? Been driving a boat 35 years of my life, but I gotta have a license now because they're running out of other people's money. But any asshole can have a kid. That's my point, folks. That's my point. Be mad at the prosecutor. Call the prosecutor's office down there in Florida and said, hey, why didn't you charge her with the proper crime? She could have got, out of all the charges, and if she wouldn't have served them consecutive, you put 35, 10. She could have spent at least 65, 70 years in jail. Hello. Get out when she's old and gray. Yeah, okay. Here, now have a nice life. Go party. Go find a guy to party with now. You don't look, yeah, the prosecutor. That was all the prosecutor. So, anyhow, that's my thought on it. And you can be mad, whatever, but the punishment has to fit the crime. Period. So now we're spending all this money on security when she could be sitting in jail. Sitting in jail. If she would have been charged with the proper crime. A neglectful idiot that thought she could get away with it. But she's not. So, anyhow. Remember, trust no one.